Good morning, students. Welcome to the second chapter in class 7 Fractions, Decimals, and Rational Numbers. The first one is fractions. Already you learnt in earlier classes. In today's class, once we revise about what is a fraction and some different types of fractions. Now tell me, what do you mean by a fraction? Now here, observe some figures. Here you have two circles divided into two parts. Does these parts are equal in the first circle? No. In second circle? Yes. If you divide something into equal parts, there is lot of mathematics behind it. Now in second circle, we find two equal parts. Each part represents one half. This is one half and this is one half. Now here I selected one part. This red color shaded portion represents 1 by 2, where the top number 1 represents that selected part and the bottom number 2 represents that number of equal parts which the whole has been divided. Now come to the second one. Here you have two triangles where each triangle is divided into three parts. Does it equal in the first triangle? No. In second triangle? Yes, where each equal part represents that 1 by 3, 1 by 3 and 1 by 3. Now here I selected two parts, where this green color shaded portion represents 2 by 3. 2 represents that selected parts and the bottom number 3 represents that number of equal parts which the whole has been divided. Now come to the last one. Here you have two rectangles. Now tell me, in which rectangle do you find equal parts? Is it in the first one? No. In the second one? Yes. So we have here four equal parts we can find, where each part represents 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. Now I selected here three parts, where this blue color shaded portion represents 3 by 4. 3 indicates the selected parts and 4 indicates that number of equal parts where this figure has been divided. Now from this, what do you understand? Where you have unequal parts, they are not fractions. Where you have equal parts are called fractions. It means that a part of a whole is called a fraction. Now let us learn. For example, if you take 3 by 4, this topmost number 3 called as numerator and the bottom number 4 called as denominator. Now let us learn the types of fraction. The first one is proper fractions. Now you see some figures here. Here is a square divided into two equal parts, where each part indicates 1 by 2. This is 1 by 2 and this is 1 by 2. Now this selected part indicates 1 by 2. Now here is a rectangle divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 equal parts, where each part indicates 1 by 10. How many parts I selected here? 3 parts. So here the selected parts indicates 3 by 10. If you observe here, the numerator and denominator, 1 is less than 2 and here 3 is less than 10. So here, always the numerator is less than denominator in proper fractions. It means that the value of the proper fraction is always less than 1. Now, I will show you one paper activity to represent proper fractions. Now here, you take two circles, two different color circles. I divided into 4 equal parts here. Now here, give the small cut and insert like this. Can you say that what is this pink portion represents? 1 by 4. Just rotate like this. This is 2 by 4 and this is 3 by 4. So all these are proper fractions. Now take one more. Here I took two circles, two different color circles, and I divided each one into 8 equal parts and give the small cut like this. Again insert. Can you say that what is this blue color portion represents? 1 by 8. Now this is 2 by 8. Now this is 3 by 8. Again 4 by 8. This is 5 by 8. This is 6 by 8. This is 7 by 8. I think you understand. You can also try at home by cutting like this Not only circle shape, you can take any shape and divide it into equal parts and try like this. So this is the way we can represent proper fractions through paper activity. Now come to the next one, improper fractions. These improper fractions are just quite opposite of proper fractions. If the numerator of a fraction is greater than denominator, then the fractions are called improper fractions. For example, if you take 3 by 2. Here 3 is greater than 2. Can you select 3 parts out of 2 parts? Now the doubt arises here. As you know that how to convert this improper fraction into mixed fraction, that is 1 by 2, where 1 is a whole number part and 1 by 2 is a proper fraction. Now this 1 can be written as a fraction with the denominator 2, that is 2 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Now here 2 by 2 and 1 by 2 are like fractions. So by adding numerators over the common denominator 2 plus 1 3 by 2, it means that 1 by 2 is same as 3 by 2. Now how to represent through pictures here? Take the whole part, divide it into 2 equal parts where each part represents 1/2. This is 1/2 and this is 1/2. How many 1/2s we have? 2. So 2 by 2 plus 1/2 means take the same figure and divide it into 2 equal parts. Select one part which is 1 by 2, where 1 plus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2, which is equal to 3 by 2. Now come to the second one, 7 by 3. Again the same problem, we can't select 7 parts out of 3 parts. Again convert into mixed fraction, which is 2 1 by 3, where 2 is a whole number part and 1 by 3 is a proper fraction. Now this whole number part 2 can be written as a fraction with the denominator 3, which is 6 by 3 plus 1 by 3. Again 6 by 3 and 1 by 3 are like fractions. So by adding numerators over the common denominator, 6 plus 1 is 7 by 3. So 2 1 by 3 is same as 7 by 3. Now you see how to represent through pictures. Take 2 holes, divide it into 3 equal parts each, where each part represents 1 by 3. How many 1 by 3s we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 by 3 plus 1 by 3 means take the same figure and divide it into 3 equal parts and select one part, which is 1 by 3. So 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 1 by 3 is 2 1 by 3, which is equal to 7 by 3. And the last one is 9 by 5. Again change into mixed fraction, which is 1 4 by 5. 1 can be written as a fraction with the denominator 5, that is 5 by 5, and proper fraction is 4 by 5. Now if you, again these two are like fractions. If you add 5 plus 4, 9 by 5. So 1 4 by 5 is same as 9 by 5. Now see the pictorial representation here. Take the whole part, divide it into 5 equal parts where each part represents 1 by 5. How many 1 by 5s we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 by 5, and the next one is 4 by 5. Again take the same whole and divide it into 5 equal parts and select 4 parts, where this 1 plus 4 by 5 is same as 9 by 5. It means that the value of the improper fraction is more than 1 and sometimes it is equal to 1. Now shall we do the activity? Now here take the circle here. Now this circle is divided into 4 equal parts and I selected all the 4 parts. It means that 4 by 4. When the numerator and denominator of a fraction are equal, then also we can represent as improper fraction. Now here you see, now this is one whole part and this is 1 by 4. Now 1 by 4, it means 5 by 4, which is improper fraction. Now you see here, one whole part and this is 2 by 4, nothing but 1 by 2. 1 by 2 means 3 by 2. It is improper fraction. Now again you turn. This is one whole part and this is 3 by 4. 1 3 by 4 means 7 by 4, which is improper fraction. This is the way we can do the paper activity for better understanding. I hope you understand this. Now I am going to explain one more interesting activity related to equivalent fractions. Now here is a strip which shows one complete unit. Now I divided this one unit into 2 equal parts. where each part represents 1/2. This is 1/2 and this is 1/2. I selected one part, that is 1/2. Now I divided each half into two parts. Then how many parts do we have here? 4 parts, where each part represents 1/4. How many parts I selected here? 2 parts, where this 2/4 occupies the same amount of the space as 1/2. So from this we can say 1/2 and 2/4 are equivalent fractions. Now I divided the same unit into 8 equal parts, where each part represents 1/8. Now how many 1/8s I selected here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where this 4/8 occupies the same amount of the space as 2/4 and 1/2. So from this we can say 1/2, 2/4 and 4/8 are equivalent fractions. Now I divided the same unit into 16 equal parts, where each part represents 1/16. How many parts I selected here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where this 8/16 occupies the same amount of the space as 4/8, 2/4 and 1/2. So from this we can say 1/2, 2/4, 4/8 and 8/16 are equivalent fractions. Now I divided the same unit into 32 equal parts, where each part represents 1/32. How many parts I selected here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Where this 16/32 occupies the same amount of the space as 8/16, 4/8, 2/4 and 1/2. So from this we can say that 1/2, 2/4, 4/8, 8/16 and 16/32 are equivalent fractions. So equivalent fractions are the fractions which expresses the value of the same part of a whole. I hope you understand this. Now let us solve some sums basing on equivalent fractions. Now here you see, write 5 equivalent fractions for 3/5. Now take 3/5 and multiply the numerator and denominator by a fixed number. Now let us take 2 here. Any fixed number you can take. 3 2s are 6 and 5 2s are 10. Where this 6/10 is equivalent to 3/5. Now take one more fixed number 4. 3 4s are 12 and 5 4s are 20. Where this 12/20 is equivalent to 3/5. Now one more fixed number you take and multiply. 5. 3 5s are 15 and 5 5s are 25. Where this 15/25 is equivalent to 3/5. Now let us take one more number, 10. 3 10s are 30 and 5 10s are 50. Where this 30/50 is equivalent to 3/5. Let us take one more big number, 100. 3 into 100, 300. By 5 into 100, 500. Where this 300/500 is equivalent to 3/5. So all these are equivalent fractions of 3/5. So that is 6/10. 12/20, 15/25, 30/50, 300/500. Just they asked only 5 equivalent fractions. So only 5 with 5 fixed numbers we multiplied. Now you do let us do one matching here basing on equivalent fractions. Here column A you have 4 fractions and column B you have 4 fractions. Now let us match. Now first one is 7/2. Now you see the first option, 7 table we don't have 12. So come to the second one, 21 here you have. So 7 times 3 is 21. With the same 3 if you multiply, 2 3s are 6. So 21/6 is equivalent to 7/2. So the correct option is B here. Now come to the second fraction, 20/35. Now here one thing you have to remember, if the numerator and denominator of a fraction dividing by its common factor also we get equivalent fraction. So what is the common factor for 20 and 35 here? 5. Let us divide here. 20 divided by 5 is 4 and 35 divided by 5 is 7 here. So the correct option is here D for second one. Now come to the third one, 6 by 5. Now here 12 we have. So 6 times 2 is 12. With the same 2, if you multiply 5 here, we get 10. So here 6 2's and 5 2's. 10 we got it. So the correct option is here A. Now the last one, 12 by 18. So what is the common factor for 12 and 18? 6. Now let us divide here with 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So for last one, the correct option is C. So this is the way we can solve the sums related to equivalent fractions. Now with this I end today's class. I hope you understand. Watch the video once again and complete the given assignment sums. Thank you.